Hello, toy collectors and Masters of the Universe fans! Eternia, the ultimate battleground, comes alive. Playset has finally come out, and I know a lot of you guys are excited to see what this looks like. Let's get to it. The artwork is astounding. I could probably spend hours just looking at all the details that they put into it. I mean, I am really impressed. I know they were trying to go for the 1980s aesthetic from what the original Eternia towers look like, but they still made it its own thing with new characters that are being introduced, as well as characters that are being shown on here that are going to be released later on. So I'm very happy about that. New for 24, adult collector. The back has an uncolored version of the three towers, as well as what it would look like more in the 1980s, with a few slight changes here and there as well. Eons before Castle Grayskull ever existed, three magnificent and magical towers sank into the depths of ancient Eternia. Grayskull Tower stood for all that was good, Viper Tower belonged to the evil Snake Man, and through the walls of Central Tower flowed the supercharged energy of both good and evil. Now, through the efforts of Skeletor and King Hiss, the three towers have risen anew. Only King Grayskull can stop their evil efforts. The battle lines are drawn, for legend has it, whosoever survives the perils of Central Tower shall command all the power in the universe. Real quickly, here's a top view of some of the features that are included. King Grayskull was also included with this play set, but he deserves his own separate video because he is that fracking cool. I did not buy this just to keep it in a box for the rest of its life, so I'm gonna open it up. Let's get to it. Opening it up, we have a gorgeous poster of the box art that I am definitely going to be framing. So many decal stickers that I have to put on. The mini comic Battlefield Eternia. This is a lot of instructions. Mattel was smart enough to separate all of the towers into different boxes, as well as having some of the accessories. And what do we have behind here? We have the Moat Monster. Let me go ahead and add, there is a special thanks to all of those that were involved in making this playset, which I'm very happy that Mattel included this. I'm not going to do a full video of assembling everything. I'm going to show the after effects. The full assembling will probably be hours, and even if I speed it up, that could be pretty darn boring. So let's go ahead and skip to that. And here are the completed towers. It took a while to put on all of the decals and to screw in all of the parts, but it was well worth it. I love this thing. It is so cool. The only electronic component is the battle tram, or at least the piece that connects to the battle tram. There are three different components that can go around the towers. Could attach the jetpack fighter like I have here with Holographo and have him circulate around the towers instead. Or you could have the sky cage attached where you have like a villain that's just being circulated and paraded around. You can also attach this little component up here where in theory, let's see if it actually works, it actually opens up the sky cage and then bam, Trapjaw falls out. Looking at Central Tower itself, there's really nothing here except for what it looks like water, and it's supposed to be fallen weapons. There is nothing behind this gargoyle except for some cobwebs, but if you move this gargoyle, oh my god, the moat goes up, and look, it's the Moat Monster. Grrr. There's a component on the side where if you control it, if a villain tries to get into Central Tower, oh my god, he's captured. Look at those eyes, those are really awesome. Grayskull Tower has these steps where you could potentially put figures up there, but you gotta be very gentle with that. There's also this trap that you gotta be very careful with when you use the motorized tram that could potentially trap a villain. There's just enough space for one figure, or maybe two if you're really careful to put on top. The Viper Tower doesn't really have much to it, but it still looks very cool. There is a piece inside that if you pull down properly, it hisses out at ya. Hiss. On top of Central Tower, I love the flags that we get. On top we have this gun turret, which is very cool, and these shoot out. Oh man, I hope I can find those later. Looking at the backside of Grayskull, there's another trap door if you push the component as so, but if you choose to let him out, you can do that. For Central Tower, we have a lot of weapons that you can display here, and you also have a Horde Trooper that you can fight. We have King Grayskull himself in the command center, just kind of controlling everything. We have an elevator that is actually controlled by this nifty device down here. We have this ramp attached here, although I wish there was a component that attached both the Grayskull and Viper Tower to Snake Mountain and Castle Grayskull, but I'll take it the way it is. We're given a ladder as well that can connect to different spots along the castle. Okay, final view here. I just wanted to show a comparison with Castle Grayskull and Snake Mountains that are both from the Origins line, just so you can see a comparison with the sizes and a few of my figures as well. Being that I'm on carpet, I'm very limited as to how I can display these few figures. I have a lot more that I kind of want to show in a huge diorama, but I'm going to need a lot more space than this. All in all, this is an incredible set. For any Masters of the Universe fan that never got the Eternia Towers, this is something that I'm sure that many of you that did pick it up are very happy with. You had to pre-order this about 1.5 years ago, so otherwise you may have to go get it through a third-party vendor and be prepared to spend a lot of money, which is very sad that that's happening, but that is the way it is at this point. Who knows, maybe one day it'll be re-released for a third time later on down the line. I'm sure there's other things that I probably forgotten about this set, and other video reviewers out there I'm sure are going to be covering this in much more detail. But with that, I'm going to end this toy review. Thank you guys for joining me. Like I said, I'm such a huge fan of the Masters of the Universe toy line, the Origins line particularly, and I'm very happy with everything that they've done. I will join you guys with another toy review very soon. Peace, love, namaste, and I'll join you guys later. Peace.